Haying is officially underway. Come along with us as Gary and Larry go to work on the Great Hope Ranch. So we got two units here. Larry is pulling a 14-foot hay bind. Grandpa's running that rig to cut the top row of the ditches because that's our older hay bind, and it just gets a lot more rocks and stuff that way at the top. It's only 14 feet to get into the crest, and then this is our main hay bind here. It's a 16-footer that Gary is pulling, and he does the bottom of the ditches, and we get all the ditches are gonna get cut first. I'd have to even do the math how many miles of ditches we do, but quite a few miles. 2 rows, we rake them together, and then we find a day where we can bale them up. And have you guys ever heard the saying, making hay while the sun shines? Well, we've had 2 days of rain now, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow also. So we got a lot of hay on the ground actually already, and I'm going to take you guys along on that. We got some footage on that, but we knocked it down just before the citywide men's event. But anyways, there's been a couple guys asking, how do you get a calf going on grain? So I just want to show you guys here quickly what Michaela and I have done, and we're not pros by no means, and this is what has worked for us and worked for Noelle. So the first thing that we did is we had her going on a bottle. We started with colostrum and then whole milk for a week, and then we got on to milk replacer. The milk replacer is 7 to 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks is what they say, and then we started to slow the portion. Now there's a little trick to get them eating out of a pail or eating grain. So what we did is we taught them how we went from a bottle, and then we went to a pail with a nipple on it, and then from the pail we went to what we call a bucket feeding a calf, which we got them drinking straight out of the bucket, the milk. We started to get the dosage of milk down right around that 5 to 6 week, just a little bit less milk replacer. And then what we went and picked up here is a mix. I'll show it. We actually ended up getting this from PV Mart this time, but it is this mix it's got molasses in it with barley and different varieties, and you can see the corn in it. And we've been mixing a portion in there, and this is what Noelle's gonna get now. Michaela's. So what we did is we actually, to get them on the grain, is we fed her right beside the grain bucket, and then we would take the little bit of any milk that was left, like that she couldn't drink out of the bottom, we dumped it on top of the grain the first few times, and she went in after it. So she never cleaned it right up the first few times, but now she cleans it up every time. And you got to be careful with their digestive system, how much. So we're going to go and give this to Noelle right now. Hey guys, this exhaust tip just went through the hay vine. I'm almost done, but if you lost your exhaust tip, I got it. Make sure it flew out the front, almost hit the window on the tractor, but still in pretty good shape. Comment below if you lost your exhaust tip. I got it for you. Make sure you comment below. Right here you can see where we have made 2 windrows in the ditch. Now, I'm very thankful for Grandpa's help. I asked if he could do the top row with the 14-foot, and you can see the tire tracks here where he actually drives on the road and he's not tipped. And it's a lot easier on his body and everything that way. I follow behind and I gotta drive the slope with the tractor, and I do the second pass with the 16-foot. And the reason why I didn't want to video any as well, I mean, there's going to be plenty of hay to show you guys in the video, is there's just too much going on when you're tipped like that if you get in a bad situation to get out of it, so that we don't have a wreck with the tractor. So I'm not all done yet. I always cross my fingers, but you can see up there I had to lift over a culvert. You can see where the grass is higher right there. And then right here, the one thing that the county does is they actually set up a they put the road, I guess those side road markers at every culvert, so you know where they are, because when the grass is deep, a lot of them are missing, but I know the ditches well enough that I know where they are. But there's some spots where you got to pull up and come around that when you're on the slope. So anyways, we're going to continue cutting hay here just in a short little bit. And we got, I guess Grandpa figured out there's 30 miles that he cut the top rows. I got to finish the bottom rows here this morning. Well, I got a creak in my neck from looking over my shoulder. And when I got up onto the road after being side hill in the ditch all day, I was positive that the tire was flat on the tractor. From being at the angle, I felt I was still I felt I was level going all day, and then I was leaning to the one side. So I don't know, I might walk in circles for a few days, but the ditches are all cut, and we still got a touch bit of sunlight left. It is just before 10 o'clock right now. It's actually, I can't believe the light that the camera is showing. But all sorts of interesting things in the ditch there anyways. But I feel like I need to use some, I can't even talk straight. It's a lot of hours. I was looking at the tractor hours here and put a lot of hours on this thing here already, and that's not even the hours that Grandpa put in. But I feel like I need to use some toothpicks to hold my eyes open. But I gotta head home. I'm gonna have some supper. I didn't even stop for lunch or nothing, and then get some shut-eye. So hope you guys enjoyed today's life on the Great Hope Ranch. Stay tuned for our next video.